Fame. But most of all, he'd want to thank his fans, all 18 million of them that voted for him, to get in here. And I can see him walking up here all humble and shy and with his quiet little sweet voice and being so proud. He would be so proud, and so would my mother and father. I wanted to say a few things about Stevie that maybe his fans might not know about. We all know he's a great guitar player. He could play beautiful, mean, fun, and it could be overwhelming, and he would drag you along when you started listening to him. Our dad used to say, he's a bad motor scooter. And he is a bad motor scooter, I'm telling you. But what you're really hearing when you hear Stevie was his enthusiasm for everything. That's what he loved. He had enthusiasm. That's why people love his music, because he loved it so much. He couldn't stand it. He loved playing guitar more than anybody I know. My mom and dad were real good dancers, swing dancers, and they loved music. So that's where we first heard swing music and swing beat and all that stuff, just like blues. And Dad liked T. Dorsey and Jack Teagarden. My uncles both played guitar on both sides of the family. There was 4 hillbilly guitar players on both sides. And let me tell you, the blues and the stuff they played is the same thing. It was the same thing to me. I didn't know the difference. My dad was an asbestos worker, and he was in the local with a guy named Leonard who came over to the house, and he had played with Chuck Berry. He had his name in the neck. And at 12 years old, me and Stevie at 8, we were really impressed. I had just started playing, and Leonard taught me how to play like John Lee Hooker and Jimmy Reed in about 30 minutes. And Stevie was standing right there. I had a Montgomery Ward guitar, and Stevie had a toy cowboy guitar. I'll put you on the picture. Dad would say, you boys go get your guitar and play for your friends here. And they would say, oh, you guys are real good. Maybe someday you can make a record together. And you know, little brothers sometimes, most of the time, want to do what big brothers do. If anybody's got a little brother, little sister, you know that. If I had left, I would say, don't touch my guitar. And as soon as I put it down, he'd pick it up. And that's the way it went. I started making a little bit of money in some different bands, and I brought home blues records. I went crazy on the blues, and just, I couldn't believe it. So I brought home Albert King and Freddie King, B.B. King, and then later on Muddy Waters. I saved my lunch money and bought Chuck Berry and Lonnie Mack 45s and brought them home. T-Bone Walker and the 5 Royales. And then later on, I found out about Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck and then Jimi Hendrix. Stevie was right there with me when all this was going on. He was like 8 and 9 years old, you know. At 70, I'm going to skip forward, we moved to Austin. And about 4 years later, Stevie moved down there. And there was a lot of little clubs to play, and everybody, it was wild. We had a lot of fun. My band was the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Thank you. And we were the house band. We were the house band at Anton's Club in Austin. That was Blues Central. Clifford Anton had booked Albert King and his band in the club. That was a big deal for everybody. Everybody was there. Stevie asked Clifford to ask Albert if he could sit in. Now, wow, nobody in their right mind would ask Albert King, could they sit in? If you know Albert King, he was a great big giant guy with a pipe and cool. So at first Albert said no. And then later on he said, okay, but you could tell he was put out, you know. So this is in the Pack Club at Anton's. Stevie gets up there and watched, and in amazement, Albert watched Stevie play Albert King licks. Even Albert liked it. He loved it. And he took Stevie under his wing. Did they show the picture? Okay, they didn't show the picture. There's a picture of it. That was like a real turning point for Stevie. We were all there watching, and we couldn't believe he would say that to anyone and actually do it. But it was amazing. And his confidence really just tripled. And Albert was there to help him. The next of many milestones was his Texas flood record. His Texas flood record, it just tore it up, and everybody was excited. He did John Hammond, and then Davis Bowie, Let's Dance. He played lead on that. It was #1 for forever and ever, 3, 4, 5, a couple of months, and he just played harder and harder and harder. And we had a ball touring together with the Double Trouble and the Fabulous Thunderbirds for years. Guitar players can appreciate his technique and his power, but it was his enthusiasm that really set him apart. I don't want to take credit for Stevie the musician, what he became. He took all these influences and made them his own. So after we got going there, we got into drugs and drinking, both of us. I'm the oldest one, and I went first, with a big smile on my face. Big brother showed little brother how to play the guitar at first, but let me tell you, little brother showed me how to get clean and sober. He was sober 4 years, and we were out playing gigs before I figured it out. And he was sober 4 years before that helicopter went down on August 27th, 1990. He died on the same day as my father, as our father, 4 years apart. So I just want you to know, I couldn't be more proud of him. He was the most wonderful, cool, talented little brother anybody could ever have. It seems like to me that he's just out on tour and that he's going to come back soon, you know. But then I remember, I'm not going to ever get over losing him. I'm not going to ever get over this crazy thing. But I want to tell you what Stevie didn't get is what I have been able to have, is my beautiful wife and my 4 kids. Anna and Gina and Tina and Tyrone. Music lost a good man. Our family lost their beloved, but he gave me something that will last forever. Every day I wake up clean and sober, and I think of my brother. In the end, little brother taught big brother. On behalf of my brother Stevie Ray Vaughan and all our family, I thank you for this honor. Thank you.